What is going on, people? How's everybody doing today? Everybody making money? Staying out on the road? I'm going to be going home here soon. I'm just waiting for that phone call so I can get into the door, get unloaded. I'm going to go drop my empty somewhere and go home for a few days. Purpose of this video is just to bullshit around. Kind of bored. So, I have a whole lot to talk about. Basically today, it's been a pretty good day. I mean, I'm early. I'm about an hour early. I was fucking around all day. I left at about 7 o'clock this morning. Went out to Eau Claire, and then I only live about an hour and a half away from Eau Claire, you know. So after that, I went to Menominee. I just dropped my trailer. I didn't need it empty or anything. I just dropped my trailer. Picked up my next load in Menominee. So I bobtailed, what was it, like 17 miles it was. And picked up my loaded trailer. Now I'm over here in Hugo waiting to get unloaded. Gotta wait for that phone call. It's pretty windy out today. But after that, I'm gonna go drop this load in Ember Grove Heights and go home from there. I'm gonna bobtail home. It's gonna be kind of nice. I'm not gonna have to worry about somebody damaging my trailer, because when I go home I usually drop it. I drive the truck home. When you first start, you pay $60 out of your first settlement, or whenever you actually have the money to start out. You know, they take $60 out of your settlement for it's a padlock and a kingpin lock. And I believe if you leave, I think you get that refunded. I'm not for sure, but I think so. Um, they screwed up on mine though. They charged me 4 times. $240. And so for the first 4 weeks, I was paying $60 I didn't have to pay for, but they refunded me that. So, why don't we talk about orientation? There was a guy that commented on it. He was going to orientation. I hope he's doing good. He went to what was it, the Charlotte. He went to Charlotte to go get his truck. He did orientation in Charlotte. Orientation could be pretty boring. Well, you know how it is. I mean, as a company driver, I'm sure you went through the 4-day orientation or whatever, but it's pretty simple stuff. I mean, the first day you're basically just filling out paperwork, and second day more paperwork, and then they got videos and stuff that you can watch, that you're supposed to watch. You have to finish watching all those videos, and there's a lot of videos. It takes a lot of time, but you could do it if you have a laptop. So I recommend bringing your laptop. If you have your laptop, you could do it in your hotel room. Um, they pay for your hotel rooms, unless if you bring somebody else with you that's not doing it. Like I brought my fiance, so I had to pay for my room. But you get the Schneider discount. So we stayed at the Country Inn and Suites for like $40 a night, is what we paid. And from there, after you're done doing all those, once those videos are done, you're done with orientation, pretty much. They set you all up with it the second day. That's where you get your password and everything to log in, and they're also showing you the load board, so you get to get on the load board right away and look around. After that, though, you don't want to book loads right away. If they show you how to get on the load board, don't book loads right away, because what they do from there is they send you somewhere to go pick up an empty. Like for me, they sent me to Ashland, Wisconsin. There ain't nothing in Ashland, Wisconsin to pick up. But that's because I live in Minnesota. You know, Ashland, Wisconsin, it was like 2.5 hours away from home. So I just deadheaded home from there. But like another guy that I still talk to, he's not on the Schneider program no more. He went somewhere else, but I still talk to him. He got to go to Indianapolis to go pick up his empty. And what they do is when they send you to go pick up an empty, you're getting $1 a mile. They're paying you $1 a mile to bobtail to go pick up an empty trailer. So I mean, $1 a mile is not much. It sucks, but uh, I'm not sure how SFI works their lease payments. Mine, I started in December. My first truck payment wasn't until the middle of January. But they had a deal going on where if you start, it started in November of 2016 and went until the end of December, where if you start within that time, you won't have a truck payment until January 16th. So I'm not quite sure how it works with that. I'm sure that they give you a couple weeks before they give you your first truck payment. Kind of help you out and get you going here. Got stuff popping up on here. There we go. All right. But anyways, that's how that all works, and it's a pretty easy process if you pay attention and you watch what you're doing and stuff. And when they give you that assignment to go pick up your empty trailer, from there you will you can pick any load you want after that. So if they send you to Indianapolis, there's a lot of freight in Indianapolis. If they send you to Chicago, there's a lot of freight in Chicago. From there, you can go ahead and just book whatever loads you want. Just make sure that you get them done. Usually what they do is they have a policy where if you book it, it's yours. No takebacks, unless if something happens where equipment shut down or something. Stuff like that. Something breaks down. I mean, that's out of your control. So they'll pull the load off you. If it's one of those things where you're at a customer and it's supposed to be a lap unload and it's supposed to take an hour, and it takes 5-6 hours, and your next one you're going to be late. So what they'll do from there is either they will take the load off of you, or they'll say, all right, well, usually they'll call customer service. Customer service will call and see if they can set up a different appointment. So that's a pretty cool deal. And then another cool thing for detention pay. What I like about the detention pay, I think the detention pay sucks, but what I like about the detention pay, okay? Like, for instance, last week I went to Cedar Rapids to pick up a loaded trailer, and it was supposed to be ready by 5 o'clock in the afternoon. I got there at 4, okay? And the load wasn't ready. I was an hour early. You had between 5 o'clock in the afternoon until 5 o'clock the next morning to have that trailer loaded. But I went back there again at 5 o'clock in the afternoon, and I waited till 5:20, okay? And the load still wasn't ready, and my time clock was running down. So what they do is you had to go take your 10-hour break. You're still getting detention pay for that whole 10-hour break because you did get there and it wasn't ready when they said it was supposed to be ready. All right, so you get like $150 for that because it was only a 10 or 12-hour delay. Because I got there at 4 and they counted the 4 o'clock on because I got there at 4 and it was only an hour early. It'd be a different story if it was like Walmart. Walmart, you have your window, you have to deliver within that window. If you deliver early, it doesn't matter if you deliver a half hour early or 10 hours early, you're getting a service charge. If you deliver late, obviously you're getting a service charge. But they give you a whole day to do it. If you pick it up on Saturday, or if you pick it up on we'll say that Saturday and it delivers on, we'll say Sunday, well, usually they give you a 24-hour window. You have until midnight Sunday morning till midnight Monday morning, or 11:59 Sunday night to deliver it. So you get that 24-hour window. So there should be no reason why you should be delivering early. Obviously, go find a truck stop if you're close by. And otherwise, you're going to get service charge. And that's a pain in the ass. So, not quite sure how much a service charge is. I've never had a service charge. I've always delivered on time for, especially big windows like that. But if it's weather related, Schneider owner operators have the right to to pull over and stop due to weather. You're not going to get a service charge because of that. It's weather related. It's not your fault. So that's something that you should keep in mind, because is it really worth driving through a foot of snow or pouring rain to where it's raining so bad you can't see nothing? Is it really worth risking your truck? That's your money. That's your money maker. You're messing with your money now. Can you really trust the other people on the fucking road not to hit you? I mean, if I can't see the car in front of me, I'm pulling over, I'm stopping. And that's the nice part about Schneider is you stop. You could stop, and you're not gonna get any. It's not gonna. There ain't gonna be no charge or nothing. Uh, so I like that deal out of it. Because me personally, I won't risk my truck if it's snowing real bad or if it's pouring rain to where I can't see the person in front of me. I'm stopping. I don't trust the other people on the road not to hit me. Sure, they hit me. Obviously, it's going to go through insurance, and you're most likely not going to have to pay for anything, and you could go after them for what you missed out on. But I like to keep my money flowing. I don't want it to stop for and wait 6 months to get my settlement from those guys that hit me. No, I want it now. Um, so I mean, you can say whatever you want about me, but that's how I run my business, and I do good. Or I shouldn't say I do good, but I do all right. I mean, I'm not behind on nothing. Uh, I make enough. I have money stored away for me. I mean, it, what's the point? Couple extra bucks or you're keeping the load either way. It's going to get delivered. Either way, you're going to be the one delivering it. I'm not going to risk my truck. I'm sorry, but no. I'm sorry, I'm not one of those super truckers. I stop if the weather's bad. I mean, there's been a couple times, I'm not going to say that I do it every time. I mean, there's been a couple times where I'm delivering in Minnesota and I want to go home. Yeah, I've done it a time or two, but it's really not worth it. Uh, you know, I was gone for, a month, 2 months or whatever, and I wanted to get home, so I just dealt with it and ran through it. Yeah, I got close to my truck. Made me a little bit nervous. But no, I don't trust the other people on the road. It's not my driving I'm worried about, especially if I have a heavy load and driving through heavy snow. I mean, you just slow down. That's all you gotta do. But can I trust the people that are driving next to me? Driving in bigger cities like Minneapolis and Chicago and stuff like that. But what's the point? What am I gonna get out of it? You know, nothing's gonna change. I'm still gonna get paid for the load. So you got to think about that. You got to think smart. And I've been watching YouTube videos of people knocking other people for leasing a truck, saying that, oh, you're not making any money and blah blah blah. Well, here's proof. I mean, I make decent money. I have money put away. I'm not negative on anything. My payments are getting paid every week. I'm paying more than what I have to, just so I can skip a payment every now and then. I mean, I'm doing fine. Don't let those people scare you. I mean, you don't have to have a brand new spanking truck and pay, what is it, like $900 $1,000 a week for that brand new truck. No, go get a year-old truck. I started in 2016, December of 2016. So at the end of the year, I got a 2016 Freightliner. I mean, my payments with my MMA account added into it, and all the other fees and stuff that deal with the truck and the plates and stuff. Excuse me. I pay $191 a week. You know, it's not that hard to get through. If you know what you're doing, then you'll be all right. If you've never worked a load board like how I never did when I first started, you got to work hard on trying to get it down. Learn your freight lanes and stuff. It's not going to come to you overnight. You got to figure it out. I'm not going to say that it's easy. It's a lot of hard work. You got to pay attention to what you're doing, and you have to what you need to do is you need to take all of your expenses, your truck, expenses and also your home expenses. Put everything together, average it out. You know, I averaged mine out to 25 or to 2,000 miles a week. So there's 4.33 days in a week. We'll just say 4.5 weeks. Just make it easy. You know, and you take that amount and what was I getting at? And you figure it all out that way. So you would take your, let's see here, at 4.5 weeks at 2,000 miles a week. So that would be about 9,000 miles a month. You could average it out to 10,000 if you want to make it easier. Average it out to 10,000 miles a month. So you take all your expenses, add it all up, then divide it by that 10,000, and that's what your minimum should be. Like mine's $1.29 or $1.30 or something like that. That is the minimum that I will take, and that's just to break even. That's with paying $1,500 into fuel a week. I usually only pay $1,200, but like for instance, this past week I paid $1,600 into fuel because I was an idiot, had heavy loads, and decided to go the fucking speed limit. But I wanted to get make sure that I got all my stuff done at the same time. So that's how you work that out. I mean, when you go on the load board, it will tell you how much it pays loaded miles, and then there's another spot where it shows, you know, this is what it's going to pay with your empty miles included. So the load might pay $2 a mile, but with your empty miles included, it's only going to pay $1.70. Are you okay with that? Are you going to get by with that? But you also want to make sure that you get your 2,000 miles a week in order to get what you need. I average everything out for if I run 3,000 miles, I only have to make $1.19 a mile, or $1.19 a mile. If I run 2,500 miles, I need to make $1.25, and if I run 2,000 miles, I need to make $1.20 or $1.30, and then if I only run 1,000 miles or 1,500 miles, and those are the short weeks I was talking about in a couple of my other videos, then I got to make $1.41 a mile, bottom line. So I went through and I did everything, you know, for my bad weeks to my good weeks. So you got to average all that stuff. You got to find your bottom line. It's really not that difficult to figure it out. And once you figure that out, then when you go on the load board and you see those loads and it shows the amount that it's paying you per mile with your empty miles included, are you okay with that? Like $1.70 a mile? Yeah, I'm fine with that. I'm taking that. You know, I usually don't pull anything under $1.75 just because I like the extra income. So that's how all that works, and it's not that hard to get by. It, like I just got done saying, with my truck payment and my fuel and everything, all my home expenses, I need to make $1.30 a mile at 2,000 miles a week, and I do just fine. It's not rocket science. I mean, don't let people scare you out of a lease because they went to the wrong company to get a lease. There's a difference between being dispatched and a load board. If you're being dispatched, somebody else is in charge of your money. It doesn't matter how much you could be making $1.20 a mile plus 100% fuel surcharge. They're still the ones that are moving you. A load board, you're moving yourself. You're flowing your own money. You're making what you want to make. So those are the two differences. And SFI has been really lenient with me. Like if there was a week where I wasn't going to make a lot of money, I'd call them up and say, hey, can I just take my truck payment and split it into 2 different payments starting next week? Well, they'll take that off. I won't have to pay a truck payment this week, and they'll split it up, and I'll have to reimburse them by following weeks. Of course, there's like a $20 charge per week that you don't have it paid off, so they got to make a little bit of extra money off of that because they're fronting you the money. It's just like a loan, you know. So don't let people scare you. it's not easy, but it's also not hard. You know, on my days off, if I know that I'm going to need a new set of tires on my day off that I take, like this Saturday, for instance, I'm going in to get my PM done this Saturday because I'm taking Saturday, Sunday, Monday, and possibly Tuesday off. So Saturday, I'm still technically working, but I'm going in to get my PM done. I'm going in to get my DOT annual done because Schneider wants quarterly annuals done, but it's on their dime. They pay for it. And then I also need to get my shocks replaced. So on Saturday, I'm doing all that, and I won't have to deal with it at all until, well, the next time I need to get a PM, or if I have a tire blowout or something. But I always inspect my tire when I go home. I inspect my truck with a fine-tooth comb, and if there's something wrong on my days off, it's going in to get fixed, so it's not messing with my money flow. I already had planned these days off, so it's not hurting me at all because I already had the days off. But if this video helped you out at all, anybody want to shoot some shit or whatever, let me know. You guys want to know something, and if I know it, I'll make a video. Just leave a comment. That's all you got to do. Don't forget to subscribe so you guys can all get my videos. I know I'm not out there, so I only got 5 subscribers, and I appreciate them a lot. Just trying to get my videos out there and help people out. So go ahead, subscribe, like, comment, whatever. If you didn't like the video, dislike it. But you guys have a good day and drive safe.